Good evening, everybody. This is Soul Work on Shaw TV. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in each and every week here on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and we will be taking calls by the viewers. So that number is 403-539-6710. And we're going to open up our phone lines right after our commercial break. But first, as you all know, I have a guest. And this guest came to me just like that. Long story. And my guest tonight is Melissa Mackey. Thank you, Melissa, for coming on.
Thank you for having me tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
It was kind of a random thing and quick, but
yes,
hey, we're here. It's divine timing.
Absolutely divine timing with perfect timing, as I call it, how it all worked out.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, you all are going to see why Melissa's here. She has a lot to offer, as normally. And Melissa is in charge. She puts together, what is We Talks?
So We Talks is a passion project that I'm super excited about. And our goal is to take We Talks all across Canada, to have it 4 times a year in each city. And We Talks is all about the ultimate leadership and empowerment events. So it really, what we do is we combine business success with self-love, spirituality, and sexuality. And the reason we do that is because we're finding that so many businesses are hitting their head against the wall. They're not tapping into that soulful, spiritual side of doing business. So when people can actually mesh the two together, they can thrive in any economy. And so our events really bring personal development with professional development. We mix it together and we empower people to become leaders that they're meant to be in their life.
That is powerful, because you give them that extra push.
Oh,
you would?
Totally. I'm an excellent fire starter. I'll light that fire under your butt to get you from here to here in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, people that come to our events, they leave feeling like they have a new sense of who they are and the direction that they need to take their life, personally and professionally. It's truly remarkable.
I can imagine it would be. I'm sure that once people are there, even they might go, especially when they're a little confused. I bet you, because I haven't been there, but I can feel it. I would go, but I'm going to be away, as you know, right? But I can just really feel how somebody's going to go in there. People are going to go in there, and they're going to be like, you know what, I'm not sure what I should do anymore, considering with the economy, what is my purpose? And I bet you after they leave, they're going to be more grounded and know more so what their purpose is.
Totally. Totally. That's exactly what it's all about. We want people feeling supercharged. We want people feeling inspired. And right now in the economy, people aren't feeling inspired. In fact, they don't even know which way to turn. So yeah, you're right. We give them a sense of direction and a sense of, how do I ground myself amidst all this chaos that's going on right now?
So it's coming at perfect timing. It really is.
Yeah.
And before I forget, I wanted to show our viewers Melissa's book.
Yes.
And what is the name of your book?
So the book is called Soulvival of the Fittest, Taming Your Ego and Tapping into Your Higher Self. The book is all about my life, the journey that I've been on, and the obstacles that I had to overcome. And I really teach people at the end of each chapter how to implement things, tangible things, into their life right now to get over whatever is troubling them right now in their life. And once people are done reading it, I guarantee they will have this belief in themselves that they can achieve anything.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Of all times, this would be the book to get.
Yes.
I must grab a copy myself.
Of course.
Looks wonderful. Looks like a wonderful book.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So why are you doing it? Like what's your real main purpose? Why you're doing everything right now with the We Talks?
My biggest why is stress, suicide, anxiety, depression are at all-time highs. And suicide has been a part of my life since I was in grade 5. Just last year alone, in my circle of influence, I've had about 10 or 11 suicides. People don't know how to tap into their true potential. So these We Talks events really instill that belief, that confidence, and that hope back into humanity. I want people to feel like they're connected. So these events really bring people together to connect with one another, to connect most importantly with themselves. Because what we find and what I find is that at the end of the day, no matter what you do, the relationship you have with yourself is key. If people don't know how to manage their relationship with themselves, what do? Well, they numb themselves out. They turn to a computer addiction, a porn addiction, an alcohol, drug addiction, whatever it is. They numb their pain out. They don't know how to deal with their emotions, so they bury it down. And then they hit a tipping point. They don't know which way to turn. And on top of it, they're married, they have a family. And how is that affecting them? So what we do with these We Talks events is we show people that you're not alone. Come and be connected in community. Let's collaborate and let's share stories. The We Talks really is a platform for people's stories to be heard, voices to be shared on stage, and messages to be delivered in a non-conventional leadership way. This isn't like your typical leadership conference. It's totally different.
So what made you get involved with this? Like, how long have you been planning something like this? Did it just come about and you thought, you know what, I have to do this now? Or
I think the biggest thing for me is in April of last year, I attended a funeral for a friend that I've known for about 14 years, and he had killed himself. And he was a first responder, actually. He was an EMS person. And when I witnessed everybody in that room and the impact that he had, there was a calling deeper inside of me. And I've been doing seminars and workshops and retreats for probably about 4 or 5 years now. And since I started, it's totally evolved. And this We Talks it couldn't be better timing right now. People need this information. And there's something to be said about businesses and people moving to more heart-centered spaces. So We Talks combines this heart-centered space with business success. And it's constantly evolving. Next year it could be something totally different.
Exactly. When is your next event coming?
Next event is Calgary, April 1st. It's at the Blackfoot Inn Hotel. It's a full day event. 8:30 is registration, and 9 o'clock things get underway. We have a great lineup of speakers.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. How is it, like a full day or event, or?
It is. Yeah, we typically have about 3 to 4 keynote speakers. So they usually talk for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we have 4 local people that have a story to be shared.
Nice.
So we have nice, experienced, polished speakers. And then we also have people that maybe are completely afraid of sharing their story, completely afraid of speaking in public.
Okay.
So the platform that we create at We Talks is for these people that want to share something.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
It's amazing.
So if somebody says, oh my God, I want to actually now start doing presentations or workshops or classes, what would you say to somebody? Because I have people like certain clients, I should get into workshops or classes and stuff like that, but I'm too scared. What would you tell them?
I would say, well, number one, just do it. Just do it. If you have no idea what you're doing, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, we can make a mistake speaking from stage.
Yes.
But how would the audience know?
True.
They wouldn't. You just pick up and keep rolling. But something that really helped me was actually Toastmasters. Getting into your local Toastmasters club, and they walk you through different processes, which really helps polish your public speaking skills. And another great thing is comedy what's the comedy classes? The improv.
Okay.
Improv is perfect for public speaking.
Okay.
Because you learn how to deal with whatever comes to you on the fly. And being a speaker or doing your own presentations, it's a skill that you need.
So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, if we're talking about We Talks events, the best website is www.wetalks.org.
Okay.
And that has all of our upcoming events. And if people want to host their own event, we actually help people do that too.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, see, Calgary, now there's so much more information here that we're going to be sharing with Melissa. But we have to take a short commercial break because we already have people on hold.
Okay.
And that number, Calgary, to give either myself and Melissa a call is 403-539-6710. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Hang in there. Good evening, everyone. This is Soul Work for those of you who are just tuning in, and I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. And on tonight's show, I have my guest on, who is Melissa Mackey with We Talks. And we are officially taking calls now, so you can give either myself and or Melissa a call at 403-539-6710. And we have someone on hold already, and that would be Shelley. Shelley, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. And you have a question for us?
Yeah, I was just contemplating whether or not I should move to BC or stay in Alberta, and I was wondering if anything would come through on that.
I actually do feel you're going to make a move within the next 3 months, to be honest with you, right? I feel that you're going to be a lot more grounded if you do go into BC. If you stay here within that 3 months time, you will find something, okay? Because right now it's just a lot of fear that you're hanging on to, right? So once we let go of the fear, you very well could pick something up, okay, if you do want to stay here. But I do feel a move for you is going to open up some new doors for you. I really do, with a really good opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't, like, you very well could move on to BC, but I don't see you there forever.
Yeah, I'm hoping Mexico eventually. But
Yeah, so you could very well go into BC, right? I do feel that it's a very good move for you. This summertime you could be very settled in and be working at a job that you feel really good with. And then once you're there, it almost feels like things are going to open up for you with new doors.
okay.
Yes. What about you? What would you suggest?
When you
Melissa?
asked that question, the first thing that came to my mind as well was BC. Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it just feels right for you. So I always tell everybody, especially whenever we get that little voice speaking to us inside, you got to pay attention to that because that's your soul speaking to you. But I'm really feeling that's going to be working out really nice for you. I really do. I'm seeing a flow with it.
Okay.
So I would definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely go into that direction.
Perfect.
Definitely.
I was just going to say, take that jump, that leap of faith.
Okay.
Yes, that's very important because that's the thing with fear. I get that with certain people asking me, I don't want to do this or I don't want to change that because, what if? That's why I brought up the workshops and classes with Melissa because it does hold us back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the universe won't help you on this journey until you make a decision. The problem with too many people these days is that we sit in this point of indecision. So nothing is going to happen when you're sitting in that indecision.
That's right. Because you send those mixed singles out, right? And then so here's spirit sitting back thinking, okay, well, she wants to do this or she wants to do that or over here or over there. So, they kind of put their hands up. They might give you little signs here and there. And then it's like, okay, once you make a decision, the universe does work with you to make that happen. So different fears, like I'm somebody that will face my fears head on because I want to get it over with and done, regardless of what. And then once you start doing it, regardless of what it is, you realize, hey, actually that wasn't bad. That wasn't as bad as what I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah, a great question to ask yourself is, 1 year from today, how would you feel making the decision that you want to make right now? Do you want to stay in the same position that you're in right now, or do you want to make a move?
That's good.
I think you already know deep down that you want to go. I really do.
Yeah, I have for a while.
Yeah. So it's all about divine timing. I always leave things up to divine timing and surrender the whole situation, regardless of what it is, right? But we also have to take those steps to make it happen. So I'm really seeing you really settled in this summertime. I really am.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, because this is March. So this is a full moon today. So whenever there's a full moon and we're still in the eclipse energy, if I wanted to start new projects or make any changes, I'd be doing it right now. Because when you take advantage of the energy, you can manifest anything and create anything you want. I just did, actually, a couple of days ago.
Okay.
And it will work. It will.
Well, perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And thank you for calling, Shelley.
Thank you. Well, have a good day.
Yes, you too. You too.
Bye.
I have a tendency to ramble on at times, as I call it. And our phone lines are open, Calgary. That number is 403-539-6710. So you can give Melissa or myself a call. So pick up that phone, Calgary. So what do you really love doing?
Two of my passions in life are travel and people. So as long as I'm doing some sort of travel, I'm happy. And as long as I'm around people, I'm happy.
Okay, because you're We Talks. Now, you're saying that the event is here in Calgary.
Yep.
So you do We Talks at other locations. What other locations?
Well, we have actually this Saturday, Edmonton.
Okay.
So we have Edmonton, March 26th. We have Calgary, April 1st. We have Vancouver, April 8th. And then we were scheduled for Toronto, April 23rd, but we've actually pushed it back to June 18th. So, and like I said earlier, our goal is to have these in every city across Canada 4 times a year. So quarterly events. Yeah.
And that'd be really good.
Yes.
I can see you guys actually expanding more than that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The world needs this information.
They really do. I mean, because even with me, I mean, even if I have one person per day,
Yeah.
I know my job is done.
Hands down.
Even if you get through to someone, that person gets more grounded, and they actually, because then they've grounded themselves in that, then they can help someone else, and it's a group effort.
Well, that's really the definition of a good leader.
Yeah.
What is a good leader? A leader is somebody that is able to empower and inspire themselves, so they can then go out into the world and inspire and empower others.
Yes.
And the problem is, people are so lost. They're so numb that they don't even know how to tap into who they truly are.
Yeah, because I have, even people now saying, what do I do with my life? Since, with the layoffs and everything. And I always tell people, you got to follow your passion. Oh, well, no, I can't. And I'm like, yes, you do. Because we're all here for a purpose, regardless if we're the janitor, or whoever we are.
Yeah.
So I always say there's nothing wrong with that. So
It reminds me of Robin Sharma's book, The Leader with No Title. We get so wrapped up in these titles and these job positions. But at the end of the day, you could have a housekeeper or a dishwasher that truly loves their job.
Yes.
And it doesn't make them any less of a human being.
No, not at all. Not at all. We do have another caller, by the way, too.
Okay.
And that person is Carla. Carla, you have a question for Melissa and myself. Hello?
Yes, I do. I was wondering about my health. There's been a lot of changes in my life lately, and I'm wondering if I'll see the end to this soon.
You do, actually. what I'm actually, right away whenever I start, because I read the voice is the soul that speaks, right? So for me, when I hear a voice, I start getting information coming in, and immediately what I felt was I just felt a lot of negativity all around you for some reason. And whenever you're around certain negative situations, it literally goes right through your body. We have different layers in our body, the etheric, the buddhic, everything. Once it hits our physical body, we're around negativity, it goes literally right through us, which causes disease. So to be very honest with you, Carla, you got to start cleaning out the closet, as I call it, with certain people that are around you. And once you start doing that, I'm not going to start naming names, but once you start doing that, you're going to feel that it almost feels like weights are going to start to lift off your shoulder, which is going to change your health. Mm-hmm. So once you start doing that and making certain changes, you will see a difference and your health will start to improve. I just kind of feel like almost like kind of like a blockage, not really a blockage, but I just went blank.
Heart chakra.
Yeah, the heart chakra, but it just feels like there's just something here that's kind of like it needs to be cleared out. Definitely needs to be cleared out. So sit back, have some space and time alone, take a look at different people that are around you and start clearing things out. And honestly, okay. Nothing is going to change until you do that, to be very blunt with you. Honestly, once you start doing that, then your world is going to change. So clear out certain situations. And once you do that, actually within a year and a half, because I see it's going to be quite some time, you're going to notice a difference. Because if you don't, you're going to get really clogged up even here more so. Definitely.
Okay, thank you so very much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And thanks for calling in. And we have another person on hold here, and that would be Jesse. You have a question for Melissa and myself? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Jesse.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes.
You have a question for us?
Yes. Recently, just last week, I was coming home from a friend of mine's house, and the next thing I know, the police stopped me, and I don't drink. I'm allergic to alcohol.
Yeah.
But I explained to the policeman that I couldn't breathe, I couldn't blow on the device they gave me.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I asked him is just like he leaned over and he told his other partner, and he said that, the all black people should go to jail. And the next thing he asked me is whether I have traveled outside the country in the last month. And I haven't left the country. I'm working with a company for the last 11 years.
Yeah, they felt on it just right away. They felt you were somebody else they were looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. But go on.
And the next thing I know now, in my job, if I can drive, I don't have a job. And I'm also wondering what is going on in my life right now, because I really want to travel to the Caribbean, to Africa, to see my family. And now all these things, I've been out of trouble, nothing in the last 12 years. And all of a sudden now all these things is coming out. I'm just wondering what's going on in my life at this point.
Actually, honestly, the way everything is right now, I feel like everything is actually clearing from you, right? Sometimes certain things have to happen to us, boom, like that, in order to clear things from our past. This stuff is going to be resolved. I'm not feeling a lot of heavy energy coming with this. It just feels like it's going to be dismissed.
Okay.
I really do feel that. So just kind of hang in there, because sometimes like somebody could be going down for a walk for the street, just anybody, you could get pulled over at any time, anybody could. And the reason they do that, because if you look like somebody that they've been looking for, they're going to stop you regardless. Yes. It's like if you travel, you go through customs or anything, you get asked 100 million questions, and all of a sudden, why do they want to search me or whatever? It's just random, right? But this stuff is clearing for you. Everything is going to open up. So just really hang in there and have the faith. Just have the faith. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's the faith that, right now everything is pretty tense, but just hang in there. They're not picking out you just to pick on you. It's just don't take it personal, but you would take it personal, unfortunately. But just hang in there. Everything's going to be okay, and you will go to the Caribbean.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, have a good evening. Thanks.
You too. And we only have time for one more really, really quick question. And we have Karen on hold. Do you have a question for Melissa and myself? Hello, Karen.
Hi.
Quick question.
Hi. Oh, it's not a question. I phoned you a few weeks ago, and you had said that it was going to be months before I met some new girlfriends, and I'd been really tired, and you said that it's just the way things are now. Well, things have totally changed. I'm meeting people, and the energy's back, and everything's so much better.
Yeah, because you have to shift inside, right? I do remember you calling, but that's the thing, is when we do our shift inside, our soul work within ourselves, then we send out a different energy and vibration. When you send out a different energy and vibration, you start attracting vibrationally different people to you that will work with you and help you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, thank you.
So keep your heart open. Everything is coming together, right? Just don't cling on to these people, right? No, don't do that. you know, just be open with your heart. Be honest. Be yourself completely. Don't be somebody who you're not. That's the worst mistake you can do. Okay, and everything will fall together for you.
I know I don't have enough time now.
I know, and that's
you
okay.
So much.
That's okay. You're very, very welcome. Very welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. We get so many wonderful people calling here all the time.
That's nice.
Yeah, so many. You know, and it's been like an amazing opportunity to have you on the show. I'm already getting the wrap-up sign already, you know, and I definitely want to have you back on again in the new season because you'll be all over the place.
Yep, that I will.
Know? Yes, and thank you so much for coming on, Melissa.
Thank you for having me, Jenny.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. This is Shaw TV, and we'll be live again next Wednesday evening. Good night, everyone. Take care.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees. The following is a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.